Doug, how long after Coach Broadway made his announcement or started kind of the flirtation process with A&T, did it start entering your mind that this day could happen?
Well, you know, there's an awful lot of Grambling nights that has my phone number. And, you know, as soon as the first time that, you know, everybody, the rumor got out that he was going to A&T, my phone started ringing off the hook. You know, I didn't even know it had happened. And then Friday came around and Coach said, I'm coming back. So my phone started ringing. I think it was the Wednesday after signing day when I think Coach decided to go to North Carolina. And we all understand that. Like I'm at home, Coach is at home. He went back home. So you got to take your hat off to the idea that he had an opportunity to go back home. And my phone really started blowing up. And I knew that the president and the AD and the committee had to go through a process. And they did that. And we finished with that, and I'm here.
Coach, why is the second time around sweeter to be at home?
Third time for me.
Third time?
Yeah. You know, they always say the third time's the charm. So I'm here, you know. Very few people, I can't even think of anybody who had the opportunity to go to a school as an undergrad, come back and coach, and then come back and coach again. If you know anybody like that, let me know, because I don't know nobody who's had that opportunity to do that.
Doug, how do you put in perspective, like this time a year ago, just a little over a year ago, you were here helping dedicate the Eddie Robinson Museum. Is this all surreal? I mean, just, you would have never imagined it.
You can't imagine. I think what it does is let you know there's a lot of things in life you don't control. And with all the things that happened for this day to be real was totally out of my control and anybody setting up your control. And I don't think anybody would have thought that a year ago when we were dedicating this, I think it was around the 13th or 14th of February, that we would be here about a little over a year, that I'd be standing here becoming the head coach of Grambling. That's hard to imagine.
You mentioned the third time around, but you've also, I guess, really never left the Legends Committee, coming back for Robinson Museum. What is it about this place that kept you coming back?
You know, Doc just pinned this G on me. That G's something else. You know, if you didn't have an opportunity to go to Grambling, it's hard to imagine what it's like going to Grambling. Like I said, it's a unique place. It's situated in a unique situation. You know, you go around to a lot of the other HBCUs, you know, Tech Southern, Jackson, most of them are in the city. We're off the interstate. See, I think that's what makes it different, because when you come in here, when you leave here, you got so much love for it. And I think that's the way it is.
Coach, when you left here the first time, was there something that you were like, man, if I ever got the chance again, I would do this different, whether it's recruiting or how they paint the field, and now you get a chance to do it again? Is there something
you know what? When I left here, I never even dreamed of coming back as a coach. You know, only as an alumnus, a guy that has coached there. So, like I say, this is out of my hand. I never thought that I'd be back to coaching at Grambling State University.
Now that you are, is there something you're more excited about than anything else?
Yeah, to get back on the field and win.
What are you going to do different this time?
I mean, why would I change it if we won? You know, I'm not looking to change anything. You know, my thing is all about winning. As long as you win, you shouldn't change it. It's the old cliche, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know, but I'm going to tell you this, Coach Rob used to always say, you know, when people say that Coach Rob was a great coach, you know, the first thing he would say, I had coach makers. So it's left up to the players whether or not they want to win. We're going to put them in position to win, but it's going to be left up to them to execute.
What would he be saying about today if he what would
Well, first of all, he just bag up and kicked it 30. He said, Hellcat, you back.
Say now that you're home, you don't plan on going anywhere for a while. Do you envision maybe a wing built on this museum, the Doug Williams wing or anything?
No, this is at the Robinson Museum. I don't think another coach that walks the ground at Grambling would ever do what Coach has done. So I don't think you put yourself in that position to even fashion that. You know, when I first came here, you know, people was asking about filling Coach Rob's shoes, and my answer to that was, you know, you don't fill Eddie Robinson's shoes. You bronze Eddie Robinson's shoes and you put them on a pedestal, and you put your own shoes up under the desk. So My shoe's gonna be up under the desk, and you know, I would have a legacy here at Grambling as a player, as a coach, and that's it. But nobody would be Eddie Robinson.
Doug, you made some comments recently about how the NFL consists of kind of an old boys network there, you know?
Yeah, I did.
Compare that to the family atmosphere you have here at Grambling. Can you kind of put into words just what you were fighting in the NFL to what you're embracing here at
Well, I
Grambling?
wasn't fighting. I just said that's the way it is. I ain't fighting. I don't have to fight it now because I'm back home. It's the good part of fighting.
How does this compare to being the MVP in the Super Bowl? I mean, is there anything comparable to this, Doug? Is it?
Well, you know, MVP is all about individual.
Yeah.
You know, it's what you do yourself. But I think coming home is about family. It's about the people who support you. And looking in this room today and knowing where some people come from South Louisiana and other states to be here this morning, this is a little bigger than the MVP. The MVP is for me, but this is for Grambling. And I think that in itself speaks volumes.
When do you start evaluating players, coaches, breaking down tape, all that good stuff?
Soon. We, you know, we just got to get this out the way, and you know, I got to go back and get some things straight to get back here as soon as I can, get the coaching staff in order, and we'll be back.
What's your scouting report on Douglas Williams III?
Haven't got one yet. I got to see it. Yeah.
Is there any priorities schedule-wise you'd like to see?
Not really. You know, I hadn't had a chance to talk to the players. I'm gonna try my best. Hopefully, Andre, we can get him sometime tonight. You know, I like to just sit in, just me and the players sometime this afternoon, and I'm sure we'll set that up and kind of feel where they are, and let them know a little bit about me and where I'm coming from.
When the president or Lynn called, I don't know which one made the final call to you, Doug, how quick did you respond with the affirmative, yes, I'll come back? What was that?
Well, I talked to both, and at the end of the day, you know, we came to agreement that I'd like to be the head coach at Grambling State University again.
Was it a short conversation?
I could have made it short, but we talked a little longer than that.
Coach,
Yes.
what impact do you think your legacy will have on Grambling's recruiting efforts?
You know, my impact is something that the people have to show that. I think we did a good job when I was here the first time. I'm looking forward to this time and trying to set the same stage that I left, you know, bringing guys in here who want to be a G-man, who want to be Grambling. I think that's the most important part. Don't chase dreams, chase the guy who want to be here.
Do you think it's
Coach.
fair or not, the pressure that's going to come upon, I'm sure you've talked about it, your son playing quarterback at Grambling under you and your legacy?
Well, he got to prove that he can play first. That's the whole one. He don't just play to play, and I think he knows that. But I did call him the other day, you know, when and he won't answer his phone, and he don't call home unless he need. And when I did catch him, I asked him. I said, "Man," I said, "could you play for me?" And he said, "Yeah." So he answered the question. He know what he's dealing with. So we go from there.
You know, when Coach
Prior to
Spears,
that about him taking the job?
No, he was clearly out of the discussion, you know, because when he signed to come to Grambling, me coming back to Grambling was nowhere in the picture. He had a visit to another school, and he came home and he said, "Dad, I'm going to Grambling." So he signed with Grambling, and then everything started taking shape. And I mean, he's enrolled in school. He enrolled in school in January, and Broadway didn't leave to this month.
Coach, are your parenting skills going to be like your coaching skills when it comes to your son?
Well, I don't have to parent when they're on the field. You know, Coach Rob coached his son, and I can tell you what Coach Rob told me one day. He said, "Hell, he left his feeling in the drawer at home. So when you go to coach, you don't worry about your feelings." You know.
when Coach Spears was here, Doug, we had a good time with him. He'd talk about trying to hang 100 on some folks. He has made it known that he would like to win at least 2 games this next year, and that's one of them includes, of course, beating.
It's going to be a good opening game, and I'm sure he's going to try to hang 100 on us. Coach, you see it in the room? Coach, you can't hang 100 on me.
Coach, besides Grambling, how much have you missed calling the shots on the field?
It's not a matter of miscalling the shots. It's a matter of the fact that you're doing it at a place that you have an opportunity to play for a great man, come home and you're in front of a crowd that knows Grambling. You know, as far as calling the shots, you know, if you got a defensive coordinator, you got an offensive coordinator, they got to call some shots. You know, I like to, at the end of the game, when you win, is to go and hug the coordinators and let them know that they did a great job.
Do you want to see the series with Louisiana Tech continue for a while?
I will not answer that one. You know, and I'm going to answer. You know what? When I played here, you know, we used to ask Coach, you know, why don't we play LSU? Why don't we play Louisiana Tech? And Coach looked at it from a different perspective. You know, I'm a Coach Rob protege, so I feel like Coach. But, you know, if we schedule them, we got to play them. I don't have no problem playing them. But, you know, I just know what Coach used to tell us when we used to ask, but we wanted to play too. Now, don't get me wrong. But back then, I don't think they would have played either. It's a different ball game now.